Hello, my name is Mia, or better known as Papa Saturn Tarot. Welcome to my channel. So if you haven't seen my other video, I just want to give a quick rundown about it. I basically was explaining the spell that I did to my old self. I struggled a lot with, I feel like I had high self-worth but low confidence. I struggled a lot with boundaries. I struggled a lot to even understand why certain situations were happening in my life. And I go into more detail in that video, but I don't want to make this like a long rambling video because this is really supposed to be about the spell. But I just want to start this off disclaiming a few things, like if you're not ready to change genuinely, like you can feel like, oh, I want to change, but you know you're not going to do the work to, don't even bother doing the spell. um or don't bother doing the spell and think it's going to make you do all the things you don't want to do, because it's not. It might open your eyes to some things, it might expose some patterns in your life, but I wouldn't rely on just this spell to like really move things for you if you're not 100% ready to take action when it comes to changing. But if you are, let's just get into the spell. So I like to use a red candle, and I already did the spell. I already burned the candle. This is a candle that I lit for a little bit and then I put it out. Get a fresh candle. I'm just doing this just for the tutorial. But typically when it comes to magic, you use a pink candle for like self-love, but I feel like me, when I think of loving myself, it is a very, especially in this world, it is a very, what is the word I want to use? I don't want to use the word fierce, but that's like the, basically it's like a bad thing to love yourself in this society genuinely. You can love yourself the way that other people want you to love yourself, usually what's beneficial to them. But loving yourself, like truly loving and accepting yourself, I feel like that is something that's very passionate. That's something that's very like fiery. That's something that's, when I think of the color red, it's always in the forefront of your mind. My main thing is that I knew I wanted certain things. I would make action towards getting certain things, but when I actually got it, it's like I could not accept it into my heart. I think I was just, what if I mess up? What if this doesn't go right? What if, I'll just stick to what I know because I know I can do that. But this spell really uncovered for me that I I can do those things. I am capable of doing those things. Another big one for me was like accepting money. Like, I don't know if you have really deep financial issues that stem from your background. Like me, I grew up with a lot of neglect. I didn't get things that I was supposed to as a child. So for me, when I grew up, I would always do things like I would always wear the same clothes. I would always, I didn't even buy like snacks for myself. Like I would buy meals, but I wouldn't buy snacks because I feel like that's too much. Like that's too, I'm not used to that. I don't just, it was really me and my subconscious mind telling myself I didn't deserve it. Um, so even when I would get money, like when I would get large amounts of money, I would feel fear. Like I would feel scared, like genuinely scared, like something bad was gonna happen to me because I had abundance. Like it's a really deep rooted issue. And like for some people watching this video, that might be weird to you, but that's just that everybody has their own blockages and obstacles they have to go through. So now for the actual spell, because this is about self-love and this was also about money for me, I use a green pen and I use a red candle. This pen actually doesn't work, but I am going to use a working green pen for the petition. So cleanse your candle first. Cleanse your candle, get rid of all the negative energy. You can use incense. You can even use alcohol. You can pour it on top of the candle and command it away. Anything that's like that you can clean energy off, you can use that. So the way that I write up my candle, because I'm like trying to I don't know how to explain it, and I believe that is the traditional way that you're supposed to do it. So when you cleanse the candle, you wipe down or you smudge down, and then when I'm doing my when I'm actually writing what I want on the candle, or just making it clear that this spell is for me and it's only for me to benefit off of, um, I write my name and I write what I want. So what I like to do first and foremost is I just like to write my full name. So write your name, and then I like to write my birthday. If you're someone who has been spiritually attacked before or anything like that, you should do this in general, or if you have like entities around you or even in your family or something like that, there's a lot of like negativity. Always, always, always make it clear that this spell is for you and it's for nobody to siphon off of. It's for nobody else to benefit off of. It's not for anybody else. It's for you. And obviously, like for me, my customers, they're going to benefit from me being my best self and me being able to be a clear channel to communicate messages to them. So that's really important. To clarify that. But if it's, you don't have to include that either. I didn't say like for me and my customers or for me, and I just said it's for me, but also to help other people. So I wrote my full name, I wrote my birthday, and then I just kind of like to go around the candle, and I like to do everything clockwise because you're trying to attract. You go counterclockwise when you're trying to banish something. So I like to write on the candle in a clockwise manner. You don't have to be this like, I have OCD as well. I just want to put that out there. You don't have to be this like particular about it, but I just like to. Um, I feel like sometimes we're told like we shouldn't do certain things because it's like it can mess things up. If you're somebody that overthinks a lot and you're always wondering, oh, is this gonna turn out well? Is this just when it comes to the basics, keep everything clockwise if you can, but like writing on the candle the other direction, it's not gonna mess up your spell. It's not gonna make it not happen. So I just want to write, I accept all forms of genuine love into my life. Then I'm going to write, I accept large amounts of money into my life. If you run out of space on your candle, like if you don't have a long candle like I do, you can, you can use symbols, you can use a sigil, you can abbreviate things. You know what's in your heart, and your guides know what's in your heart, and you're putting that out into the universe. It does, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Dang, I forgot what I was writing. I accept large amounts of money into my heart. And the most important thing, I feel like, regardless of even if you feel like you accept yourself, you would be surprised like some of the things that might come up for you after you do this spell. There was things that were coming up for me, and I'm like, I don't feel that way, and I was like, oh yeah, actually I do. And I started like retracing back in my life, like, and I was like, yeah, I do. Like, why didn't I see that? Like, this might really bring up things for you that you didn't even know was an issue for you. But regardless, I just like to say, because I feel like this is the root of everything, I accept myself unconditionally. Because if you don't accept yourself, it doesn't matter, how many compliments you get, how much business you get. It doesn't matter. You're still going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable inside, and you're going to be doing things to sabotage all of the things you've attracted into your life. So I just put, I accept myself unconditionally. So that is what I like to carve into the candle. So we're gonna dress the candle now. You can use just use oils that are associated with money, or they like you associate them with money in your mind. Like for me, olive oil, because it's very like rich, and I feel like it goes in a lot of shit. It goes in a lot of like hearty dishes and stuff like that. So I like to use olive oil to the oil before I do it. It's not weird to talk to the herbs, but I feel like I don't see a lot of people talk to the oil. So I just like to say like the same things. Like I like to introduce myself like, hello, my name is Mia, And I command you to help me accept prosperity into my life. I command you to help me accept financial abundance into my life. And I notice when people do money spells, they like to say abundance. Um, I like to say financial abundance, financial prosperity, because I was getting things in abundance and it wasn't money when I used to do money spells. So, yeah. So, you want to dress it up, and I still like to talk to the candle. I command you to draw in financial prosperity into my life and help me accept it with no blockages and stuff like that. Just keep doing that. So then I just kind of balance the candle here. Um, some people like to write their petition first. I like to do the herbs first just because when I have the energy to do something, I just like to get on it and do it. And I feel like this is the part where you put the most into it. I'm just really good at writing. I've always been good at writing. It's something that's like second nature for me. I don't have to think too much. And even if my heart is not really into it, I can still write how I feel. With this, sometimes though, I don't have the energy to do it. And I feel like I'm not passionate enough when I'm speaking to my herbs. So something that I like to use is ginger powder. Ginger powder is like for passion. It's for speed. And it is for money. Some people say it's for money, but it's not like a well-known money herb. It's more so just for passion. Another thing too that I didn't mention before is like if you're struggling with emotional numbness, this is a good herb. So I just like to, speak to it. Hello, my name is, and this is what I want. I want to feel passionately about myself and about my life. I want to feel passionate about enforcing my boundaries. I want to feel passionate about receiving money and actually feeling grateful for it. I command you to help me feel this way, and I command you to help me feel that way, and just keep going. And I like to kind of put it on the candle in this manner, like I was saying, clockwise. I just, I even, when you're putting this into the pan, you're going to have residue. I even like to, um, when I clean it up for the candle to stand on cleanly, I like to do it clockwise. So another herb I used was coriander. Coriander is like a very passionate herb. Um, it's very, it's not spicy, but it's like, I don't know, if you bite into coriander, it's like, so I like to go, and even, I like to even use my left hand when I'm doing it. And I just talk to the herbs. Hello, my name is Mia, and I command you to make me feel passionately about my life. I command you to help me rapidly accept financial prosperity and abundance. I command you to help me feel passionate about my business, things like that. And then when it's all grinded up, and you don't need this either. You can literally, if you have a plastic bag, you can get a hammer and smash it. I just got this thing, so I've been, that's the thing about doing magic. Like, you just have to be creative. You have to be creative, and you have to, I don't feel like you have to fully believe, but you have to have a smidgen of belief. With me, I feel like my mind races so much. I have to just be like so exhausted. I have to be fed up in order to fully believe in my spell without any like doubt or fear, just because this is kind of new to me. But yeah. So, then I added some oregano leaves. This is really good for money and prosperity. Same thing. Hello, my name is So. I command you to invite financial prosperity into my life. I command you to let me accept large amounts of financial prosperity into my heart. I command you to release any blockages in my life that are keeping me from accepting you in my life. And you meaning financial prosperity, because this herb is for money. Again, just pour it in your hand. Put it clockwise on the candle, and I still like to speak to the candle. I command you to draw in people towards me who genuinely love me, who will genuinely align with me, who I can help, who need my advice. I command you to let me accept these people into my life. And then I like to use hibiscus. This is a very popular flower for self-love. I believe originally I used roses. That's more so. It's because I like to use things that are known for love interchangeably with self love. But um, when you do like a self love spell, they're probably gonna tell you to get some hibiscus flowers. Same thing. Hello, my name is Mia, and I sometimes I'll even tell the herbs what I'm struggling with. I struggle with accepting positive attention in my life. I struggle with accepting myself fully to the point where it hinders me from receiving things in my life. And I command you to please help me accept myself fearlessly, without any conditions, without any any limits. I command you to make me always put myself first and not compromise myself for anyone. Things like that. And again, clockwise. These ones are like really hard to grind up, I feel like, so I don't grind them too hard. It's okay if things are not all the way grinded up. It doesn't matter. It's all about your intention. It's all about your intention. And again, same thing. These are hard to like put onto here. So what I like to do is I like to get a little oil. I'm not gonna do that because it fell, and I'm just trying to. I talk so much and I ramble so much. I just want to get this done. It doesn't have to touch the candle, but I kind of like to sprinkle it on top like this and let the flowers fall. And okay, and then I put a little catnip in there. Catnip is good for like attraction. It's good for friendliness, people being sweet to you, people being nice to you, drawing new people into you who really like you. It can be also be used for like romantic attraction, but I think it's good. It's like a nice like friendly herb, I feel like. Same thing with the catnip. And then lastly, I like to use clove. Clove is really good for cleansing. It's really good for removing negativity. It's very powerful. I actually came across this herb to remove like uh, sexual energy from somebody. I didn't want to feel their energy anymore, and I use clove, and it's very good for that. It's very good for removing very heavy energy. Same thing with the clove. Well, no, it's not the same thing with clove. This is one of the herbs to keep. This was to help me see, like, please remove anything in my life that is helping me not accept abundance and prosperity and love into my heart. Um, Please clear away any negativity, any blockages, anything keeping me from having what I deserve and what I truly want in my heart. Please remove any things, places, people, even things within myself that are keeping me from having what I want and what I deserve in my life. This one you want to go counterclockwise because you're removing something, you're banishing something. And I'm also going to apply this herb onto the candle with my right hand. And again, I like to speak over it, same intentions. I like to chant it over and over and over again. And I'm going through this kind of fast because I've already done the spell and there's no point in me like, being super meticulous with it. But I like to really chant over the herbs. For example, over this clove, I would chant that 9 times because 9 symbolizes completion, something being finished. I want to be done with this phase of my life where I don't accept these things into my heart. And then you're going to want to put it on the candle clockwise. And then I like to clear that herb away, going counterclockwise, excuse me. Anything you want to banish, you go counterclockwise. Anything you want to attract, you go clockwise. And the last one I like to do a little bay leaf. This is a popular money herb. And then I just like to write your own personal goal onto it. So for example, um, I'd more so write your money objective if it's money, but yeah, because this is not really for self love, it's for money. So I just write that however amount you want, you can write the amount of money you want to make every month. You could write how much you want to make just for this month. You could write the type of clients that you want to have if you don't have a specific number amount. Whatever applies to you, or whatever is most aligned with you. And I always like to write my name, who it's for at the bottom, just to tag lock it basically. And then I like to put that at the head of my spell, at the front of my spell, because I feel like that's really the driving force. So there's all different kinds of ways that you can tag lock a spell. You can use your, I don't know the word. I want to say secretions, but I think that's like sweat too. But you can use anything from your body that is of your essence to put on this spell. Personally, I just like to use my hair. Um, so you do that. And I just like to make it clear to the candle, this spell is for me and only me. It doesn't have to stay perfect. Just make sure some of it is hanging on there. So when the candle starts to burn, it will burn down with your essence in it. So they know the spell is for you. What I like to do is I like to put my financial methods of receiving money under this pan. And I also like to use tarot cards. So if you, not even if you're a woman, if you're wanting to accept love into your heart or kind of like open your heart, a really good card is the Empress. These are some good financial cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. So this is good if you're a woman. The Nine of Pentacles is good if you're a woman. The King of Pentacles is good if you're a man. Three of Pentacles is good for collaborations. If you're someone who has their own business or you want a new job, you want a new opportunity, this is a like a work card or a collaboration card. And this is a very good card if you want like big money, you want money for your family, you want generational wealth. This is a good card. I like to place these on top of my payment methods. And these are also good cards. Ace of Cups is like the ultimate love card. It's like warm feelings. It's the ultimate love card basically. And Three of Wands is about expansion, looking outward, things coming in towards you. And this is a good card for like attention or being receptive to attention, I feel like. So I like to put my payment methods down first and then put the tarot cards on top of it. And I also speak to them too. And I let them know what I am wanting. So the last part is the petition part. I like to use a paper bag. This is very common. I've done spells before when I didn't have a paper bag. I just use a regular piece of paper. That's fine too. I like to, even the paper, you want to like rip it towards you. You can use a pink pen or you can use a green pen or a red pen. I like to do a green. And this spell, this is why I said this spell is a little bit of more so chaos, because I was really just feeling overwhelmed with my emotions. I didn't know, I didn't want to like sit there and look up somebody else's spell or look up a traditional spell. I just wanted to make it true to me, and I basically just wrote like what was in my heart. Like I I wrote the struggles that I'm having, how things currently are. I have trouble accepting this and this, love, big amounts of money, attention. And I write how I want my life to be. I accept attention with no issue. I draw in clients who are aligned to me and I have no problem helping them. I feel confident in helping them. I have banished negativity from me. I am accepting genuine connections in my life. I stand firm in my boundaries. Just write, honestly, just write what's on your heart. You can write the current issue you're having in the past tense, and write how you want things to be now in the present tense. That's the way I did it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I feel like your guides know your heart. And I don't want people who do this spell to feel like you have to have a bunch of herbs. When I first started practicing again, I literally had like 3 herbs and I kept using them and I kept rotating them, and Even if you don't have like money herbs, for example, and you have something like clove or you have something like rue, you can banish all of your money problems away. You can banish not accepting money away. If you don't have things to attract it to you, you can banish it just to remove the blockages. And yeah, I write the petition. What I like to do is I like to place it on top of the tarot cards underneath the pan, and then I light the candle, and boom. Um, I'm gonna move because it makes everything look overexposed. But yeah, that's basically it. Something I like to do at the end after the candle has burned down, I like to set my petition on fire, just releasing it out into the universe. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, this is super important. Do not light the candle without doing this if you can. I also like to put water in my spells because when you think of water, it's like the one thing that we consume every day that nurtures us. Um, and that's another thing I also forgot to mention. When I talk to my herbs, I also tell them things that I'm grateful for, things they've done for me that I'm grateful for. Like, for example, I like hibiscus tea. I say thank you for making me this delicious tea or letting me have delicious tea. Thank you for allowing me to use you in order to improve my life. Always thank the herbs. I always thank the herbs. Same thing with water. And I kind of do it longer with water because we use water so many times like throughout our life. We literally lived in water before we were born here. We bathe ourselves in water, we drink water every day, we brush our teeth with it, we wash our dishes with it. I just tell the water thank you for all you do for me. Thank you for bringing good things into my life. Thank you for cleaning me, keeping me clean. Thank you for um, keeping me alive, keeping me healthy, things like that. I always speak over the herbs and I always tell the herbs thank you. I always do. That's how I did my spell. It helped me significantly, and I did this spell. It's been about a week now, and I'm still feeling the effects, and I'm still like uncovering things right now. So I really hope this helped you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.